Okay, so back to the Craftsman. Man, I tell you, what a pain in the ass. 109-20630 metal lathe. I had a bushing that went bad right over here, so I had to make a temporary bushing out of CPVC, run that bushing. It means I had to take it apart twice, or anyway, take it apart twice and put it together twice. But it equals a lot more than that, because this thing is not something that I have to do very often, and it's extremely fussy in the way that it goes together. It got me more than a little frustrated as I went. And I got to get this belt on there before I forget to put the stupid belt on, or I'll be doing it again. So anyway, there's lots of little parts, and there's little gears that get stuck in together. This thing likes to separate out, and there's a multitude of gears on the inside. They're adjustable, and when it wants to come apart, it's well, I could start cussing, we could say that, because it's not fun. So anyway, there's this lock collar I got to dink with, and there's like no gap, and it's a lot less than fun. And this little woodruff key, I guess you'd call it a woodruff key, goes in here. The whole thing has to slip in, then this has to go on, and this has to pull forward and lock together, and no fun. And then I also have this little bronze bushing right over here. The light is not that good to be able to see, and I got to make sure that there's a little notch there. This key has to pass through the notch in that washer. The old one broke, so I had to recreate, and that was probably the easiest thing, the whole damn thing. Okay, so there's that piece. Got my belt on and all that good noise. So now I got to start kind of half-ass putting it together, and there's a little pin. It's right here, and this actually needs to go down in this little slot, little pinhole, and then it's got to rotate and lock, and that's not all that much fun either. And you got to get this little collar on here. It's actually being pretty nice to me at the moment, thank goodness. It might be making up for some of the frustration from earlier, I don't know. But, oh my god, not fun. Okay, so we're going to start putting this little baby back together. Put a little pressure on this pin as I go, because I'm not entirely sure that it's in the right place. Not sure that's not either. I got it kind of in the neighborhood, but it has to pull in, and then it has to seat, and then I have to drive it down and in, and it's not seated down and in yet, so it's just the way it is. I don't want to over tighten either. When I get all this nonsense done, there's a gear goes on the end over here with an Allen, and got to get it set, and pray to God that I don't forget anything, because then I'll really be a lot less than pleased. It's just not that much fun to start with. It's really not. So I'm going to put this on, hook it up. It's not that I want to, it's just, it helps me grab a hold of it and rotate. This bushing in here has to rotate around, and if I do it this way, then it actually will rotate around, and hopefully I'll get into the correct son of a gun position. See that? It's spreading apart. So I kind of screwed myself, and that might mean that I have to take it back apart unless I'm really fortunate, and I might be. It seems like it's going back on. We won't try that again until I get that other collar on there. So maybe we'll put that on there now. And I don't know why these are flats instead of Allens. It's probably just because of the age. The thing was built in the 40s. So, it is what it is. And it fits very snugly in here. I actually had to... This bushing was a stock bushing from the hardware store. Looking for the screwdriver that I hid from myself. It's probably right in front of my face. Freaking breathe. There we go. So anyway, it was a stock bushing that was a 1/2 by 3/4, and then I had to ream it out to like 0.55, and then I also had to reduce the size down to 0.7. And what other nifty stuff that I have to do? I had to change the thickness of the little washer bushing portion that you can see on the end of it. That was too thick, so that had to be altered as well. So there was a number of alterations that had to be done to that part. Also, we could get to this point, and then shortly we'll be able to, you know, do a test, hopefully. Hopefully, we better be able to. Without that belt on there, it's hard to turn this thing around because it's a little stiff until it gets operating. So, get this on here. Okay. Now we'll hook that thing back up. I say we, but it's me. That's just the way I speak. Okay, so we're going to get this thing tight. Rotate over and watch the fingers. It was just about a pinky pinch there a second ago. Okay, so this guy here also, we still got to tighten it up. I don't want to overdo it, and I do need to get that seated. And I can tell you that it's not quite where it needs to be because it's not tapping down. And in order to get it really locked, it's got to rotate over. And I'm not really feeling it do that. Sucker. Let's back off a little, maybe I can get it to rotate. I'm playing with little fractions here. Ah, there it went. That part would probably be it's kind of like a collet. And it would probably be a pain in the ass to get another one. And the reason I had to stop using the lathe was because the pulley here was separating away, and I was worried about what was going on with the bushing, and obviously it's turned out that I had a bushing problem, and you know, that's just not good. I mean, the whole thing was going to start to deteriorate, and I just can't have that. It's like, you know, I really like this lathe, and I don't want it messed up, so it's like, you know, down it until we get it fixed. It's just the right thing to do. Save a lot of grief. Okay, there's that. Make sure that carriage is unlocked. I got to get this guy, and it's in neutral, so I should be able to get on there. Move that up to the top position. Nope, like this. And give it a little tap tap. Got it. Now we're going to lock it in, because that's what needs to happen. It kind of needs to be degreased and stuff like that, but we'll worry about that here in just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to clean the whole damn thing because I made a hell of a mess. Okay, turn it on. Ugh! Grease all over me. Look at that. Stalling. Maybe I've got it a little too tight. This lathe has never been this quiet since I owned it. Never. So, good. I think we got some good stuff going on there. I can actually hear myself and don't have to go deaf using the damn thing. Okay. So now that I've messed up a shirt, it's gonna have to go in the laundry by itself. So okay, so we got that, and then I got to put this little chuck back on. I like to oil everything. Oil the crap out of it, and you don't have to worry about it, right? There's that. Put some oil on this thread. This is a Grizzly 4-jaw chuck. That's scrolling or self-scrolling, self-centering. It's a pretty good little deal. I like it. And then there's actually a little oil port right here. I'm going to use some 3-in-1. And there's another oil port over here. And then I actually loaded up this whole center drum here with white lithium grease. I just kind of like that stuff. I think it works pretty good. I want it to go on and stick and be good. Now I'm going to put a little bit more out here. It's the only metal lathe I've ever had, and I bought it, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and I've been pretty happy with it. I mean, I got it, the spindle was bent, so I actually had to order another spindle, and then the old chuck was the original chuck, and so I replaced it because it was not doing all that great. So I got it home and found out that the chuck was kind of messed up, and so I was like, well, I guess we're buying a chuck. Now, I wasn't expecting it, but that's just the way it goes. Now, why are we not turning? Oh no. Oh no. It should be going. What the hell? That means we probably got a problem with a key. And that is not good. Means I gotta tear it down again. Because this whole thing should be rotating and it's not. Whoa! That was a trip. That shouldn't have made any difference. But it did. Okay. Okay. So let's go set that up high. Run that in. I guess I just didn't have it engaged. So, well, that's good. I mean, this is actually a 2-speed. So, if this one's unlocked, this one cannot be pushed in. It will mess it up. Evidently, this guy is not wanting to stay in position for whatever reason. So I might have to start locking it down with the pliers when I go to use it. I mean, honestly, I don't think I use that very often anyway. So I think that's our high speed, and I don't normally use a high speed. That to me looks like it's almost feeling as if it's I don't know what you call it. It's a little loose. I don't like that. Okay, so I'm going to set it on the lower speed. So unlock that and take it up and set it on the lower speed. And that means that this guy goes in. This is forward. I never remember which one is which, but top or bottom is either forward or reverse. I watch the carriage, and that tells me. Center position is neutral. And so that makes it neutral right there. Where the carriage doesn't turn. Okay. So that's moving left, and that means that this other one will move it right. Center position makes the carriage into neutral. And it's not set very fast, so my repair is done. Now I got to clean it. And then I have all of these gears over here, and some more gears right here. Is a full set for this 109 lathe, and I like it pretty well. I don't like working on it though, I must say, and tearing the spindle off and stuff. That is not a whole lot of fun. You know, I have not enjoyed tearing that headstock apart and redoing it. It's not a lot of fun for me. I don't like it. However, where are you going to take it to get it repaired? I mean, good luck, right? So if you can't do it yourself, or you don't know somebody, then you're going to be screwed. So anyway, I'm going to go clean up because that's what I need to do and get out of this greasy shirt before my wife kills me. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.